Alright guys, how's it going? Today we'll be doing a video in Solidworks 2016 on a raised bed that I just constructed. I am suffering from spring allergies, so if I cough or if my voice sounds funny, it's because I have kind of some asthma going on from this whole spring pollen crazy thing, so I apologize ahead of time about that. This is a long format video, meaning that I'm not going to fast forward through any of it. It's going to be real time. If you don't want to sit through that sort of video, then maybe you can like press the 2x button on the play button in YouTube, or maybe this isn't the video for you. We're going to use Weldments to do this video. It's going to be in inches. It's going to be in 64ths, even though I know that most people don't work in that. As with all lumber-based videos, it depends on whether you're using wet or dry lumber, your measurements, and all the things that go along with lumber. So let's get started. So I'm going to go in and open a new template, obviously. Oops, nope. Sorry guys. I'm going to use a new template. And normally I'm on my 4K screen, and that doesn't work so well for SolidWorks. So go over here to templates, and we'll just pick this one and modify it. So I've got 2019, but I just haven't switched over to it. I work for a large company, and you can't just switch whenever you want to when you're working for customers. So let's see here, wrong place, units. We'll change this to 64, and we're going to make sure that under document properties, ANSI modified, that works. 4 places. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. 64. Alright. So in this case, we're going to start out with just a real simple sketch. We'll use the master sketch technique. And my raised bed was 12 by 3 feet. So we'll go 12 feet. Oops, that's not 12 inches, 12 feet. I'm going to, that was a mistake there, so let me go back to units and change this to feet and inches. Feet and inches. No, I think we're good there. 12 feet 0 inches, and then 3 feet, and basically we're going to use this to construct a multi-part body. I prefer to work in multi-parts. I've done lots of large projects that way. I know it's unorthodox. I know most people do assembly modeling. We could argue the merits of assembly modeling versus multi-body. I think assembly modeling's crap. Unfortunately, SolidWorks has geared its program towards assembly modeling, and I've had some pretty top-level discussions, and that's a dead end. But I always teach multi-body, and I think it's a better way to go. It's better file management. I could make a kit. There's a whole number of cases, but the one place where it obviously hurts is file size. So anyways, we'll move on from that. So for right now, I think this is all I'm going to add to my master sketch, and we'll rename this. I could type. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start another sketch on the top plane, and we're going to select chain and convert those entities. And then we're going to go over to Weldments, and if you don't have weldment profiles for lumber, if I get enough requests, I'll post them. I have a library of common stud sizes, but I would just make them up. But yeah, If I get enough requests, we can post them over on GrabCAD. So the lumber we'll be using is 2x6, and I don't have. Oh, come on. Why is it not letting me select the other direction? Oh, I know. It's trying to select out of two different sketches. Need to hide the master sketch. Hide. I was wondering what was going on there. Why in the world is it not letting me? There we go. I'm not sure why it wasn't letting me select, guys. So corner treatments, we're gonna run the long walls short and the long walls past, and you guys can't see these, they keep popping up on my other window. I go back to that, we'll trim order 2, or we'll just do that. And we'll check these corners. And that one already runs past. Alright, so there's our 2x4s, and we're gonna want them. We're gonna want to locate our profile here. Let's see, we want that corner. And like I said, I don't have I do not have Doug first, so we're gonna select pine. Where is it? Pine. Edit material. It'll give us a close approximation as far as weight goes, and it looks similar. It's a softwood. Okay. So we've got our sketch 2 is good. We're going to hide that. And then we're going to copy that up. So our direction is going to run up this corner. I actually prefer to pick planes because they're stable. So we're going to pick, when you pick a plane, it has to, the plane faces the direction you're patterning. So we should be able to pick the top plane, and we should be able to pick, and then as far as height goes, it's like, it's a 2x6, so 5.5. That's really not what I have it set to because it's wet lumber. And we got to go the other direction. Now I gotta check my wood. In fact, what we'll do is we'll set the distance to the lumber height. So let me check this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this distance right here. We're gonna double click on it. And we're gonna set that equal to, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna look at the green stud profile. We're gonna click on the control sketch, and we're gonna set it to this number right here, which it does happen to be 5.5. And that's just so, did I select green studs? Yeah. That should be a larger number. It should be 1730 seconds. So, because wet lumber is usually a little over half. So that's my mistake. And then we're going to refresh, Control Q, rebuild. So there's our overall box. Now the way I built this, I added supports. So the supports on the long walls are just inside here. So we're going to go ahead and put those in. So we will do a quick sketch here on the front of this. See, is there any best practice? There's probably a better way to do this, I'm sure, so feel free to criticize if need be. And then select, I have that in 5 places. How do we want to do this? We'll just measure the distance. So let's see. We'll put in piece of reference data. Well, there's a couple ways we could do this. We could do it with a formula. So we could add all the lumber and then subtract that from the overall distance and divide by 4 spaces. Or we could do it with geometry, which I think is probably a little easier. Then I don't have to write a formula. So we'll do one here. And then, whoops, go there. And one right here. And then we'll just draw lines in between and set them all to equal. And we'll select all those and we'll set them to equal, and that'll space them all evenly out. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and draw our studs. 2x4. So what we can do, those ones in the middle there are going to be, let's see, that's not actually correct. The reason that's not correct is because the end studs are not spaced to center line. So we'll pick and then we'll go back in and fix it. So we'll go there, here, here, and here. And we're going to turn our studs 90 degrees. And we're going to locate the profile, which is actually right there. And then we're done. Now we're going to go back in and fix the sketch. And what we're going to do is pull these end ones off. Come on. Oh, might help if I disconnected the bottom. And so we were not going to get true geometry here because we need to set it to half the distance of the studs. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more center lines. Well, we don't need to do that, do we? Yeah, because otherwise it's going to float away on one side. Alright guys, bear with me here. We're going to set those equal. And then what we're going to do is dimension one side at 2.75, and then we're going to go equals, and we're going to set it to this value here, control sketch. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. We're going to set it to, shoot. We're going to cancel out and see what it is. No. Accept that. Those are 2x4s, but I got to see what the control sketch says. Yep, 17/32. So, is it 3 and 17? No, it's 3.5. What? Ah, hold on. 3.5. So 1 3/4. Did I get that right? No, I got 2 3/4. So the issue here is the control sketch is after my sketch that controls where the studs go, so I had to look it up because why do we have unconstrained here? Don't want that. So when you got the little minus sign in front there, it means it's unconstrained. I'd help if that bottom piece was attached right there. this side? Yeah, we don't, we never use blue sketches unless they're splines. Alright, so I'm not real happy about that because it's not going to update if I change the stud size. I could figure it out later. I just don't give a shit right now. Hide. That's what I was doing. So we got our stud spacing there, and that forms one. Now, when you're building these, if you go and watch my build video, you build these in sections. So we'll mirror those over real quick, and we'll go from there. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Front plane, bodies. This one, this one, this one. And there's so many ways you could do this. You could have done it with a 3D sketch. You could have, I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways. You could have made one panel and mirrored the whole thing. Let's see, and then we got to add studs to the end here. How can we do that quickly? Oh, I'd use the copy feature. Sorry guys, don't mean to have silence. I'm just trying to think of the way I want to do it. So I've heard in 2019 the move copy command gives you the ability to live update. In 2016 it doesn't, so it's a really crappy command because it's sort of hidden. The controls are. I think I'm just going to do a sketch. If this doesn't feel right to you guys, you know, if you have your way of doing it, then by all means do it your way. Convert edges, done. And sometimes convert edges comes back to bite you, because if you change the edge of the stud and if you're not using a configured weldment profile, it'll destroy the ID number on the edge and they'll go dangling. So sometimes convert entities is a bad thing. But in this case, we're just going to go with it. Green stud, group, 1, 90 degrees. Locate profile. I can't remember how SolidWorks works. I think if you pick new group, if you pick down near the, I can't remember, let's try picking at the bottom of the line. No, it put it up top. I don't know, maybe somebody can answer in the comments why SolidWorks picks the top or the bottom of the line if it's the way you've drawn it. If you picked top to bottom, in this case it's a converted entity, so I'd be real curious to know why SolidWorks chooses the top versus the bottom. That would be an interesting discussion. I think we're done there, and then we're going to hide the sketch and we're going to mirror. And we're going to use the right plane. These two bodies. Done. So this is pretty much it. I did put a middle brace in, so we'll go ahead and put that in real quick. How do we want to do that? I think I put it in right here at this level. So what we'll do is we'll select other. Sketch. Line. Come on, just give me a straight line. Ah. Sorry, you know, we normally aren't doing a SolidWorks tutorial. We're normally as a draftsman are just concentrating, so let's see here. We'll just go ahead and be lazy again. Now, when I did this, I happen to have had a 2x8, so we'll go with that. All the interior was also coated in Visqueen. What would be a quick way to do that? Offset? No. Yeah, we'll see. anyways, I'm gonna get this last piece in here real quick. Weldment featured weldment 2x8 group. Locate profile. So there's my last piece. Now, I'm gonna draw it, and I'm gonna cheat because I don't care about the VisQueen overlap, but I'm gonna draw it as if it's got VisQueen on the inside. So what we'll do real quick here is select chain. Oh, I gotta start a sketch. Sorry, guys. Sketch. Select chain. Convert entities. And then we'll do a thin feature. And we want one direction. We want one direction. No, we don't. And what is VisQueen? That's 6 mil, so that's I think 6 thousandths. 0.006. And is that? And then we're going to go with up to surface, up to vertex, something like that. SolidWorks, Jamaica me crazy. Up to vertex. Vertex. Alright, and I don't want that to merge, so I should have unclicked that. Oh, it's already not merged. And then what we're going to do is we are going to convert that one over to what is it? VisQueen is polyethylene plastic, PE, that stuff. Let's see. I'm afraid of what I've got on let's see. Look at that YouTube. Oh gosh. VisQueen. Let's see. What is VisQueen? Polyethylene plastic. All right, there we go. YouTube. All right, so we're gonna apply that. Only it's gonna be black. Sorry guys, I'm trying to. SolidWorks just converted my cut list over. Like I said, this is going to be long format, so hopefully it doesn't piss you guys off too badly. Alright, there's one coating. Is that thin? Yes, it is. Okay, 6 mil. Alright, so this is how we're going to do the other 6 mil. We're going to start it on the top plane, and we're going to convert some edges here. Let's see, this one is just sort of a slow picking process here. Just takes a little bit. Sorry guys. Slow as a 7-year itch. Pick, pick, pick. So all I'm going to do is pick around this thing real quick and then do a thin extrude. So bear with me guys. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Spare these poor YouTubers the long picking process. Maybe I'll edit this out. Gotta gotta turn off that control sketch. Come on, baby. Almost done. Convert entities. Alright, we're back. And we got entities converted. We just need to do a quick trim here. Trim to trim, trim, trim. We want to power trim that. Power trim, go away, die. Alright. That. Power trim. Hopefully I'm left with what I want. Alright, did that do it? Nope, there's a little line right there. Fuck. Trim. Alright, that should have done it. So, now we're going to do a quick offset or extrude. Thin feature, one direction, 6/1000. We're going to go up to surface. Should just be able to double click. Which way is the offset going? Wrong direction, right direction. Now we're going to set this as PE. Low density polyethylene. Apply, close, color. Alright, so now we have visqueen on our part too. How do you like that? So that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? I could probably put screws in there, turn that control sketch off. Why is that light gray? Alright, I think that's it, guys. Last thing you could do is like maybe change the color to like sort of what it was stained like, but I'm not going to do that. So we'll end the video here. If I missed anything, we'll do a follow-up. I'm going to do the drawing next, and we're on 30 minutes, so I'm definitely going to end it here. I hope this helps someone, and talk to you guys later. Bye.